One of the big trends in packaging is an upsurge in interest in the role and the capabilities of renewable materials, and not least in fibre-based substrates. Today, I'm excited to explore the potential of renewables and the key to realizing that with Oliver Kuhn, who is head of the Circular Packaging Hub in packaging materials at Stora Enso. This is, of course, one of the world's leading companies in the renewable space. Welcome, Oliver. Maybe you could just introduce yourself.
Yes, thank you, Tim, at first for the invitation for this interview, but also this kind introduction. Yeah, I'm heading, as you mentioned, since October 2021, the Circular Packaging Hub at R&D and Innovation Division at Packaging Material at Stora Enso. But before I would like to close the loop with our introduction, what we are aiming in the circular packaging. I'll also introduce myself a little bit, what is my background and what is driving me. So, yeah, when I was a kid already, I was dreaming to be a scientist, to invent something very important for the human beings and also for the nature. And I was following up the stream when I was a kid then to study chemistry. And for me, it was always very interesting to work in different areas with different teams, with different perspectives to create something new. And this is also reflecting my follow up in my academica, but also in my professional career. So I worked in different areas. That means also in areas pharmaceutical, process development, agricultural solution, but also in mining solutions. But even I was mentioning already these different areas of technology and for sure innovation. I was also involved in building big chemical plants and also to develop from a strategic point of view a global production concept. Before I moved then to Stora Enso, I worked mainly in the circularity arena, what I think it's a very dynamic and very interesting field. And this is also still my passion to drive circularity in our raw materials, but also in our products. And therefore, before then, I moved to Stora Enso. I worked already in areas like plastic, but also battery recycling in these industries, and was then very happy to move to Stora Enso and to work with the exciting team right now in this circular packaging hub.
Thank you. So you bring a real rich and broad background of knowledge to your role at Stora Enso and into this, beyond the paper-based packaging realm. What's the purpose then of this new role that you have, and what's the purpose of the circular packaging hub? Could you tell me a bit about the present and future challenges that the hub exists to meet?
Yeah, that's a very interesting question. Also for me, what we are aiming for, and the aim of the circular packaging hub is really to contribute to the strategic goals of packaging material to accelerate the growth by innovation in circularity. And here we mean that it's not only the recycled fiber, it's also the barrier material, so the entire board, where we would like to keep this material as long as possible in the loop and to improve the circularity of these components. But as I mentioned already before, to keep the material in the loop and in the circular value chain, we need to focus on two main areas. And this is also covered by our circular packaging hub. The first one is to drive new business models. The second one is to drive new technical solutions to really accelerate the transition to a circular bioeconomy. We are already working on projects here, executing already projects for implementation. That is, for example, expansion of our recycling unit in Ostrołęka, where we're already looking really here to implement this expansion. But also we're working on new projects where we're looking for upcycling of these two components, recycled fiber and barrier, in future and current applications where it makes ecological and economical sense. By the way, to create a holistic picture, what is for us very important in the Circular Packaging Hub, we need to also work on some key activities. And the main key activities we are aiming for is then really to scout new technologies, to create new ideas within our teams. It's a very dynamic team, and we have a lot of stakeholders. They are also contributing to create ideas, but then to implement efficiently and effectively this idea along the commercialization roadmap. And finally, also, and that is essential for us in the Circular Packaging Hub, but I guess for all circular projects, is then also to work with partners along the value chain. For us as a team, we have created different disciplines. We have experts from a technical point of view, but we have also experts from a business point of view, because this interdisciplinary interaction is for us also very important to understand the different perspectives to realize a circular solution.
Mm.
So these are the key elements of our Circular Packaging Hub.
Okay, thank you. That's really interesting. And one of the things that you've just touched on is partnerships. And I guess that, when you're scouting technologies and when you're thinking about end of life implications, that implies having a broad view of all of the stakeholders outside of Stora Enso, and really emphasizes the importance of collaboration across the value chain, and how essential that is in understanding the demands and the possibilities, and being able to accelerate progress towards a circular economy. Could you tell me a little bit more about Stora Enso's approach to these kinds of external relationships, and how that relates to the role that you're pursuing?
Yeah, and this is what you mentioned, Tim, is a very essential part of our daily business, but also for our strategic path forward. And I think in the current dynamic field of circularity, but not only in this field, I guess speed and agility is a key factor to drive innovation, but also product development. And to have this agility, you need for sure the customer insights, you need the customer competence. And this is already not only for the Circular Packaging Hub, that is for entire Stora Enso, essential integral part of our daily work, but also our future path forward. Particular, what I like to mention right now, how we work in the Circular Packaging Hub with partners is, for example, on the recycled fibers. If you look at the recycled fiber circularity development, we are focusing for each key steps along the value chain with partners in different areas to cooperate with them. That means, for example, recycled fiber, that means that we have sorting collection covered, we have the processing of the collected fibers then covered with process know-how, competence, but also with equipment know-how. Furthermore, if then we're creating the pulp, we have to look that we are creating a board and then converting it to a final packaging material. All this you need to cover in a partnership with several partners, really to take care that you have all the holistic view to really drive solutions for improving the circularity of recycled fibers. The same will be then for the recycled barrier material. And this is for us a work where we are, as you said, scouting for partners, but also working in associations. And here we have joined forces with different partners in the associations, where we are really driving positive change to a more sustainable circular environment for our products. And just like to mention, we have here the Forever Green, where with partners in the associations, we are boosting our contribution for the usage of recycled fiber in packaging material. So this, we are looking for associations, but we are also looking not only for customer and associations, we are also working together with suppliers, we are working together with academia, but also for sure with startups. In particular, startups are a very interesting field for us because we have some special programs for the startups where we are looking for new ideas, but we are also looking to work with them together on new entrepreneurial mindset. What is also an advantage for us, because this is also reflecting how we drive in the future new ideas and new concepts. In general, you you see that we have different levels of partners. That means academia, as I mentioned, customer. But with all of them, we are working on a holistic way together. And we have already in our pipeline, besides projects I said we are under execution, we have also in our pipeline projects where we are looking together with partners along the value chain, to drive solutions for recycled fiber, but also for our barrier materials. So this is one of our key elements where we see there's an advantage to work together with partners along the value chain to drive circular solutions.
Great. And can you disclose any examples? Is it too early, or are you able to tell us a little bit about the kinds of partnerships and collaborations that are already in that pipeline?
Yes, for sure. I would like to give you a lot of our portfolio ideas, but I would focus on the key, what I like to use as an example. But in general, I like to say, when you work along the value chain with partners, like to add something what is for me essential. This work is only, from my point of view, really value driven if you have a mutual understanding of the partners within the value chain. What is the challenge? What is the gap? What could be solutions, or what could be the competence we have to create together to find solutions? And this is essential part, that you're not only looking as your own environment, so you have really to look what is the interaction between the different components you have to bring together, then to realize a solution, what is the benefit for the value chain, but also for the partners along the value chain. And I like to mention one example or two, but one for sure is our project Cup Collective. This Cup Collective project we initiated together with Huhtamaki, and here we are aiming really to recycle and to capture the value out of recycled or used cups on an industrial scale. And we are aiming currently to collect all the cups we are aiming for with the required quality in coffee shops, in restaurants, in offices, but also in transport hubs in Benelux, in Belgium, Brussels, and Amsterdam. And we are working here together again with partners. One partner I like to mention is Co-Create. It's a company based in UK, and they're very well experienced in developing recycling concepts, but also recycling programs. And together with them, we are now starting to collect this cups for our final goal, then to achieve the reasonable volumes, but also, and that is important, that this collective is open for other partners. So also other partners are joining, coming with new ideas, coming with concept. And this is I think, valuable growing concept where we think at the end we're going to make it, that we achieve our target, what we would like to receive with the Cup Collective program. I also can mention a second project. We are also with one other customer, with Tetra Pak, we are examining currently beverage carton solutions for recycling to really to cover the future demand in Benelux for recycling of beverage cartons. And here we are looking at our so-called own assets and own technology to recycle the fiber out of this material, but also with other partners, we're looking how we then can recycle the polymer and the aluminum barrier. So therefore, also here, together with partners, we are looking for new solutions to increase the recyclability of the fibers, and I think also in the future of the barrier material with other partners also. So I think this is current mentioned project, but also with our future pipeline. I have to say, we have just started October 2021, but our pipeline is full with ideas. It's a good signal. I think we are on a good way to really find solutions to move faster the transition to a circular bioeconomy. And I'm very happy to be part of it. I'm also happy to work with the teams at Stora Enso, in particular Circular Packaging Hub, together to drive the solutions.
Well, thank you, Oliver. It's certainly a very exciting time to be covering the packaging industry as well, and we will certainly be keeping a close eye on the Circular Packaging Hub and its associated projects and partnerships and everything that you've just talked about in the pipeline through Packaging Europe over the coming months and I'm sure years. Thank you so much for sharing your story. For the audience, I'd just like to let you know that Oliver Kuhn and indeed Stora Enso will be part of the Sustainable Packaging Summit this year. It's taking place in Amsterdam on the 14th and 15th of November 2023, and it would be great to see some of you there. But that's the culmination of the activities and dialogue around sustainability for the summit, but there will be lots of other discussions and videos and podcasts throughout the year, so do keep connected. For now, thank you very much, Oliver Kuhn, for sharing your story, and thank you to you in the audience for watching. Goodbye.